If you have ever tightened a bolt by feel and just hope for the best, this video is for you. I have tested 7 of the best torquey wrenches available in Europe right now, covering everything from delicate engine work to tightening the lug nuts on a truck, and I am going to tell you exactly which one you need. All the links are in the video description. Let's get into it. We are starting with the 3/8" drive wrenches, which are the ones you use for engine work and components that need lower torque values, things like spark plugs, valve covers, water pumps, or motorcycle fasteners. The first one is the AT Safe Pro Mechanical with a range of 5 to 60 Newton meters. This is the classic old-school click-type wrench, and it more than gets the job done for the home mechanic. It has a 72 tooth head, which means you only need 5 degrees of swing to engage the next tooth. Picture this, you are changing the spark plugs on your car and you have to squeeze the wrench into a gap between the alternator and the engine block where there is barely any room. With that 5-degree arc, you can work comfortably in spaces where other wrenches simply will not fit. It also comes with a complete kit that includes spark plug sockets in 14 and 16 millimeters, a universal joint, and an extension bar. So you open the box and you are ready to do a full spark plug change. The only thing to keep in mind is that below 10 Newton meters, the click is very subtle. Do not expect a loud snap, you need to feel the brake in your hand rather than listen for it. But for standard engine work on cars and motorcycles, this is a solid and reliable tool that needs no batteries and no screens. If you are after extreme precision, the Besland's Digital 3/8 takes things to another level. It starts from 1.8 Newton meters, which is an incredible amount of sensitivity. That makes it the perfect tool for delicate motorcycle fasteners, plastic engine covers, or any component where going half a Newton meter too far could mean breaking something. Instead of a mechanical click, it uses a progressive system with a beep that speeds up as you approach the target torque, and when you hit it, you get a continuous tone and an LED flash. Compared to the AT Safe Pro Mechanical, there is no chance of missing the signal because it is impossible to ignore. There is one important thing to watch out for though, the batteries. Even when you turn it off, the circuit draws a tiny current to keep the memory settings, so if you leave the 2 AAA batteries in for a couple of months, you will very likely find them dead or leaking acid. The fix is simple, just remove the batteries after every use. It is also quite compact, which is great for working in tight engine bays where a longer wrench would not fit. The third in the precision group is the AT Safe Pro Digital 3/8, ranging from 3 to 60 Newton meters. This is the option for the mechanic who values efficiency above everything else. Its biggest advantage is the 9 programmable memory presets. You can store P1 for valve cover bolts, P2 for spark plugs, and P3 for the timing belt tensioner, and switch between them with a single button press. When you are doing a job with 6 or 7 different torque specs, this saves a huge amount of time compared to turning the dial on a mechanical wrench every couple of minutes. It also has a quick release button for the socket, which sounds like a small thing until you are trying to pull a greasy socket off a friction ring with oily hands. Compared to the Besland's, it loses a bit at the low end because it starts at 3 Newton meters instead of 1.8, but it wins on ergonomics with a soft rubber grip that makes a real difference during long sessions in the garage. Now we move on to the 1/2" drive wrenches, which are the heavy hitters you need for wheels, suspension, brakes, and everything that demands serious torque. The Vanpo Mechanical, with a range of 20 to 220 Newton meters, is essentially the ultimate wheel change kit. It comes with 5 impact grade sockets in 17, 19, 21, 23, and 24 millimeters, which cover virtually any car, SUV, or van on the market. It also includes a 125mm extension bar that is essential for deep dish alloy wheels. Imagine it is October and time to fit your winter tires. You grab the Vanpo case, pick the right socket for your car, set the torque from the manual, and in 20 minutes you have swapped all 4 wheels, knowing they are tightened to the correct spec. No extra adapters, no trips to the shop. The one thing it shares with other budget mechanical wrenches is the soft click, so get used to feeling the brake in your hand rather than waiting for a loud sound. If you need real power, the AT Safe Pro Digital 1/2" is an absolute beast with a range of 5.1 to 340 Newton meters. This is the territory of axle nuts, drive shaft bolts, and truck or heavy-duty off-road fasteners. What I find brilliant about this wrench is the triple alert system. When you reach the target torque, the handle vibrates, a buzzer sounds, and the LED flashes. In a workshop with the compressor running and the radio on, a mechanical click gets lost, but a vibration in your hand is something nobody misses. It also stores up to 500 torque readings, which is ideal for a professional who needs to document their work. The downside is that it weighs 2.5 kilograms and measures 65 centimeters, so for light torque jobs, it is like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. If you only need to tighten the wheels on a family car, this wrench is overkill. But if you regularly work with torque values above 200 Newton meters, there is nothing else on this list that goes this high. The Visaman 1893 half-inch is the premium choice. What you are paying for here is material quality and build. It is made from Q30 chrome vanadium steel, a proprietary heat-treated alloy that resists corrosion far better than standard chrome-plated options. If your workshop is an unheated garage where humidity is a constant problem, this wrench will last a lifetime without a single spot of rust. It has a magnifying lens window on the scale that makes setting the torque incredibly easy even in low light, a detail that really matters when you are lying under a car with a torch. The click is firm, dry, and unmistakable, nothing like the soft, mushy feel of the budget options. Compared to the Vonpo, you can feel the quality difference with every single use. It does not come with sockets or accessories because it is designed for the mechanic who already owns good tools and wants a wrench that matches that standard. We finish with the AT Safe Pro mechanical half-inch with a range of 20 to 230 Newton meters. This gives you 30 Newton meters more than the Vanpo and 10 more than most standard wrenches on the market. That might not sound like much, but if your car requires 225 Newton meters on a chassis bolt, a 220 wrench leaves you short while this one handles it easily. It measures 50.5 centimeters, which gives you extra leverage for applying high torque without wrecking your wrist. Picture yourself tightening the rear suspension bolts or the engine mount fasteners. That extra lever arm makes a noticeable difference. Here is something most people do not know. Experts recommend never using a torquey wrench at 100% of its capacity because the internal spring wears out faster. With this one, you can tighten to 200 Newton meters, knowing the spring is only at 87% of its travel, which extends the tool's lifespan and keeps the calibration accurate for longer. To sum it all up, if you do general engine maintenance on cars or motorcycles, the AT Safe Pro Mechanical 3/8 is the perfect starting point for its versatility and complete kit. If you work with delicate components or want the highest digital precision, the Beslins gives you a level of confidence that mechanical wrenches simply cannot match. For wheel changes and suspension work, the Vanpo is unbeatable value with its all-in-one kit. If you want the best build quality and a tool that will last a lifetime, the Visaman is your wrench. And if you need power above 200 Newton meters, the AT Safe Pro Digital half-inch is the only one that reaches 340. The smartest combination is to own a 3/8 for engine work and a half-inch for wheels and chassis. That way you cover the full range with the right tool for every job. All the links are in the description, pick the one that suits you best, and if this video helped you out, hit the like button and subscribe for more comparisons like this one.